The powerful winds that hit Oklahoma now fanning flames in North Texas. Rain, storms, and the threat of severe weather far from over. What you need to know to plan your day and week.
A massive voter fraud investigation.
That's not my chicken coop.
Secret recordings.
You asking me a question? What are you taking to be a cop?
A campaign worker blows the whistle on corruption in Dallas County. Governor Abbott promising action after seeing our story.
What's old is new again. It's official. Roseanne is back on ABC. Your take on the new lineup as News 8 Daybreak starts right now.
Live from Victory Park, this is News 8 Now.
Good morning, everyone. It is 6 o'clock on the dot here on this Wednesday morning. Thank you for joining us for News 8 Daybreak. I'm Ron Corning.
And I'm Alexa Economist. We want to get right to the weather and the absolute mess it's creating on the roads. Rain and storms also might have woken you up overnight. That line came through Fort Worth around 3:30 this morning, and right now it's working its way through Dallas.
Let's check in now on Greg in just a moment because this weather is causing some huge problems on the roadways. This is from TxDOT. You'll want to give yourself some extra time. This is right at I-30 and I-45. So Lauren is tracking your trouble spots. In the meantime, we'll turn to Greg to get a first look at your weather and what could be, Greg, a long stretch of rain and storms ahead through the day.
Yeah, it is going to be quite active for us here over the next couple of days as we do have the showers and thunderstorms moving through this morning. Nothing severe for us. That's the good news here this morning. But we do have on radar, you see the showers and thunderstorms, the eastern parts of Dallas County right now. These storms are moving very quickly off to the east. So from Balch Springs out toward Mesquite, up toward Heath and Forney, you're picking up some rain and thunderstorms beginning to really taper off into Tarrant County right now. And you see the weakening trend that we've seen overnight and early this morning. This will continue for us. So most of us will start to dry out from west to east. The showers and storms will continue maybe in our eastern and southeastern counties as we head toward lunchtime today. But through the morning rush, things should begin to wind down. So the storms will end this morning. We'll have some clearing skies, breezy and very warm as we get into this afternoon. Those storm chances, though, they will be back in the forecast tomorrow. Some of those could be severe tomorrow afternoon and evening. We'll talk more about that. And the rain and storms will be sticking around right through the early part of Sunday. Now let's get over to Lauren checking on traffic.
All right, thank you, Greg. Drivers, keep in mind the roads are very wet this morning. It's been causing some major traffic nightmares. So here are our biggest trouble spots right now. Heading to downtown Dallas on westbound I-30, still completely closed right before I-45 from an accident involving 3 18-wheelers and a fuel spill. Probably going to be closed throughout the rest of the morning, so make sure you're planning ahead using alternate routes. The best way to get around that is by taking Highway 352, Syene Road, continuing onto First Avenue and taking that to Elm Street. Right now, that backup is over 30 minutes. So like I said, avoid that if you can. Westbound 635 at Skillman Road, we still have an accident working, and that is causing a really big backup as well. So your best bet to avoid that one is by taking Buckner to Audelia or Northwest Highway. And then a big trouble spot we still have working in Fort Worth is on East Loop 820 northbound. That is still completely closed off at Rosedale Street from another accident. So use Miller Avenue instead. And a new trouble spot you're going to want to know about in Collin County, Melissa County, southbound 75, a new accident at County Road 364 has the right lane blocked, causing about a 20-minute delay from that. And our Chris Sadeghi is out monitoring the roads right now. Chris, what are you seeing?
Lauren, we're right here downtown Dallas on Woodall Rogers, and we came in on 114 east from Tarrant County. It was really raining the whole way, lots of thunder, lots of lightning, but the traffic was smooth. Of course, it's still early on in the morning, but for the people who are about to head out to work, you'll definitely want to keep this in mind. The roads are wet. There has been quite a bit of rain, so you'll want to slow down on your ride in. Leave plenty of time, leave a little early if you have to. Ron and Alexa.
All right, thank you, Chris. Time right now is 6:03, and strong winds whipped up these flames in northeast Fort Worth. You're looking at a brush fire overnight on Trammell Davis Road, and you could just hear how strong the winds were. Dead branches were the perfect kindling for that fire. It is well contained now, and the rain certainly helped to douse that fire. But the same system caused a lot of damage to our north. Take a look at this video here. This is what folks are waking up to in Elk City, Oklahoma. It's in the eastern part of the state. You can see the streets just littered with debris. It was all caused by a reported tornado and a storm that killed one person and damaged more than 50 homes. Ron?
We want to turn our attention now at 6:04 to the biggest voter fraud investigation in the state. Secret audio recordings seem to show votes can be bought and sold in Dallas County. Our WFAA original story is getting response all the way from the governor's mansion this morning. Governor Abbott, in fact, retweeted our Jason Whiteley saying Texas will get to the bottom of this and crack down on cheating at the ballot box. This morning, we think it's important you hear this entire story, and many of you already have formed an opinion about it. You'll see your comments scrolling at the bottom of your screen as you talk to us online. Make sure you use that hashtag #IamUp. WFAA licensed the audio recordings you're about to hear this morning. Here is News 8's Jason Whiteley.
It's this signature, Jose Rodriguez, one of the biggest mysteries in Dallas County politics right now.
How easy is it to steal a ballot in Dallas County?
A live ballot or a mail ballot?
Either one.
Easy.
Sidney Williams now providing new clues for county prosecutors. He secretly recorded conversations with a fellow campaign worker, a man named Jose Barrientos, and on the tapes, Barrientos suggests that he has forged applications for mail-in or absentee ballots.
Where'd you get this from?
Oh, you asked too many questions. Were you practicing to be a cop or something?
No.
I just got a copy. That's the first absentee ballot that was filed as a fraudulent absentee.
First absentee. And who did it? They didn't catch it?
Look who signed it. Jose Rodriguez. I don't remember my name being Rodriguez, but but you're talking to the master, bro, so you ain't got to sweat me. It was brought to my attention because it looks like my handwriting.
It does. It looks like your signature.
Maybe, maybe not. I'll never tell.
I believe he's saying all this because he has no other outlet. Now that there's a big investigation, he's aware of the investigation. The only thing is no one knows who this Jose Rodriguez is. I do.
On his Facebook page, Barrientos poses in pictures with politicians. And leading up to this month's Dallas City Council election, Barrientos said he was working to defeat Mayor Pro Tem Monica Alonso.
After we got like about 700. And Monica's going down, bro.
Hold up. After we got what?
Monica's going down, bro. We have
700.
700 ballots, Barrientos said. Last week, prosecutors looking into voter fraud filed this in court. The Dallas County Elections Department has in excess of 700 mail-in ballots that are directly linked to applications assisted by a Jose Rodriguez or are suspicious in nature. The address on the Rodriguez applications is this home in Oak Cliff. The family there told us there's no such person who lives there. It's the same place listed on a ballot request that someone filled out for 81-year-old Alice Washington last month.
That's not my signature.
But these recordings now suggest corruption extends all the way to the Dallas County Elections Office. Barrientos, captured on audio, claims that he pays off someone on the inside to find out when mail-in ballots get sent out.
What do we do, chase the mailman, or how does that work?
your homeboy that's at the elections office. He tells you when zip codes are dropping. Like he'll say 75221 fixing to hit today. They're going out.
He tells you that.
You're not supposed to, but yeah. But then you got to drop 100 or 2 or 3, whatever it is. You can't do it for free.
He goes in there, he speaks to this county employee. The county employee tips him off by zip code, lets him know which precincts are dropping, either stealing them from the mailbox, yanking them from a little lady who probably has them, says he's going to assist her in a certain way for a specific candidate.
Because every campaign has like that guy that takes care of, you know, the laundry, the dirty laundry.
Have you ever been that guy?
No. Come on.
How do you know about that guy?
Because I've heard rumors from other people.
This is Jose Barrientos, the man that Sidney Williams recorded.
I don't do that stuff. I know that looks bad, me and Sidney talking or trash, you know, that looks bad. And I know it does, but that's just talk.
He insists he is not Jose Rodriguez. But Barrientos brought us a rejected mail-in ballot with Rodriguez's name and would not explain where it came from.
You know, the Democrats are getting tired of getting their handed to them.
Are the Democrats cheating?
I wouldn't say cheating.
What are they doing?
They're more aggressive in going after the vote, you know?
And the absentee votes?
because it's the quickest way to put points on the board.
Only voters over 65 or disabled can vote absentee.
It's an open market. Whoever gets to that voter first, when he gets his ballot in the mail, right? That's who gets that vote. 9 times out of 10, he's going to vote for whoever the person that's in front of them tells him to. This is what works on everybody. Let me give you the stamp. The U.S. postal stamp.
And then they'll vote for whomever you suggest?
I mean, 99.9% of the time, they're going to vote whoever you suggest. Because you got to understand, most of these seniors are like, especially in poverty neighborhoods, most of the seniors don't have anybody to come visit them.
Voters victimized at the center of a widening criminal investigation in which these audio recordings are now a new clue.
And the DA's office is investigating these recordings and wouldn't speak on the record. We got a similar response from Tony Pippins-Poole, the Dallas County's elections administrator. We do know that Sidney, the man who made the recordings, is talking to prosecutors.
Time right now is 6:10 on this Wednesday morning, and honoring their sacrifice. In just a few hours from now, Dallas will pay tribute to the police officers killed in the ambush last summer.
And this morning, the rain is moving out, but the roads are still a mess. Lauren, tracking any trouble spots on your morning commute when we come back.
Well, we don't have any lights, but now we know the speed of stupid.
And let the laughs begin. It's official. Roseanne is making a return to ABC. And we have been talking all morning about this, brainstorming. What show would you like to see revived? We've already been getting a lot of your responses. Keep them coming. Some of you saying The Love Boat. Others saying Growing Pains. Use that hashtag, I am up.
And we'll be back in just a moment. You're watching News 8 Daybreak.
Time right now is 6:14. We're getting a new look at damage in Wisconsin this morning. Take a look at this video. Most of that damage is in the central part of the state after a tornado killed one person there and injured at least 25 others. Meanwhile, back in North Texas, nothing severe for us, but we sure have our fair share of storms this morning, and they are causing some big trouble spots on the road. One of the biggest problems, in fact, is right here along I-45 northbound. Our photojournalist Mike Forbes caught in the mix right there. That's a closure, folks. I-45 northbound leading up to I-30. But Lauren has been tracking this, and she's got some good alternate routes coming up for you in about a minute and a half from now.
And in the meantime, Greg has a timeline of how long this rain is going to be sticking around here this morning, Greg, and how severe it might get in places. What are you seeing?
Yeah, nothing severe for us this morning, and the rain will actually be tapering off as we go through the morning commute, but the roads are wet out there right now. Some big slowdowns, as you just saw, so we'll have more on that coming up. But here's where the heaviest rain is now. Rockwall out toward Royce City, Josephine, picking up the showers and thunderstorms, pushing out toward Greenville. Again, some cloud to ground lightning, some brief heavy rain, but again, nothing strong or severe with these thunderstorms. And as we head back out into Tarrant County, little cell just west of Benbrook, moving into the western part of Tarrant County right now, but it is going to be very isolated in nature, I think, the rest of this morning, as we've seen that weakening trend overnight now early this morning, and that will continue forwards. So we'll catch a break from the rain and thunderstorms, I think, once this moves on out. Skies will actually clear a little bit later today, and then we'll have the next round of thunderstorms developing across the area as we head into tomorrow. You see that line of storms that has really collapsed as it's moved into Fort Worth and Dallas, the upper low spinning across Kansas and parts of Oklahoma. Now it moves on away, but it's going to make room for the next system to move in as we head into tomorrow afternoon. The front sweeps on through. The showers and thunderstorms this morning taper off. We'll see a little clearing later today. Temperatures are still going to be quite warm as we'll have south and southwest winds, and those temperatures well into the 80s here this afternoon. Now maybe a few showers developing early in the day tomorrow, but the main weather system, or the main cluster of severe thunderstorms perhaps, will move in a little later tomorrow afternoon. This is around 3 p.m. as that dry line begins to work its way east, so thunderstorms fire up along it later in the day, and then those get more organized and move right through Fort Worth and Dallas as we head into the evening hours tomorrow. You see around 7 p.m. could be looking at a solid line of thunderstorms rolling right through Fort Worth and Dallas with damaging winds and large hail. That's going to be the main concern with that thunderstorm threat for tomorrow, and those will continue to move east during the evening hours. Things will settle down once again maybe Thursday night, with the next round expected as we get into Friday. So there's that slight risk for severe thunderstorms on Thursday afternoon and evening for large hail, damaging winds. That looks like that will be the main severe weather threat, and then not much really changes as we get into Friday. We'll have scattered showers and thunderstorms, so maybe not everyone seeing rain and thunderstorms, but that severe weather threat, you see that slight risk will linger for us as we get into Friday afternoon and evening as well. Then as we get into the weekend, we may transition into more of a heavy rain threat on Friday night going into Saturday, so the active weather will continue right through the first part of the weekend. Not going to be a washout on Sunday. We'll have some morning rain and thunderstorms, and then things will finally begin to settle down for us, I think, by Sunday afternoon and going into Monday. We'll take rain out of the forecast, at least for a day anyway. Temperatures out there for you this morning: 67 in Fort Worth, 68 in Arlington, and 70 heading out to DFW this morning. Those daytime highs are going to be warm. Ennis, Rosser around 87 later today, and those upper 80s as we get out to Rockwall and Farmersville this afternoon too. So the rain ends this morning. We'll have partly to mostly sunny skies later today. Another warm day tomorrow with those late day strong, maybe severe thunderstorms on Thursday. Scattered thunderstorms again on Friday. Heading into Saturday, widespread rain and storms with that heavy rain threat on Saturday, and then early Sunday, the showers and thunderstorms do start to end, and we'll still see some rain and thunderstorms maybe back in the picture as we head into Tuesday night and early Wednesday. Busy morning in the traffic center as well. Let's go over to Lauren once again.
That's right, Greg. Those wet roads have been causing a lot of major issues for us traffic-wise, so make sure you're allowing yourself plenty of time wherever you're headed this morning. So let's start out with our 4 big trouble spots. The first one affecting drivers heading into downtown Dallas on westbound I-30. That's still completely closed off right before I-45 from an accident involving 3 18-wheelers and a fuel spill. So that backup is growing almost all the way back to Buckner Boulevard, which is stopped traffic. So here's what you can take to avoid that. Highway 352 Syene Road, take that to First Avenue, and then you can continue onto westbound Elm Street, like I said, to avoid probably a 45-minute delay there. Second big trouble spot in Garland, westbound 635 at Skillman Road. That had all of the lanes blocked off. Now we have some lanes getting through, but still causing a backup past Northwest Highway almost all the way to I-30. In Fort Worth, still closed. Northbound East Loop 820 at Rosedale Street, so you're going to want to take Miller Avenue to avoid that. Stop traffic is all the way to 287, and then heading out to Collin and Melissa County, we have a new accident on southbound 75 right at County Road 364. That's going to be a 25 to a 30-minute delay, so use Highway 5 instead. Ron and Alexa.
All right, Lauren, thank you. Well, it is the most popular toy you've never heard of. The fidget spinners seem to have exploded in popularity in just a couple of weeks. After the break, we have a big warning on the toys coming from a Texas mother.
But first, coming up on Good Morning America at 7 o'clock, a mystery this morning in the Bermuda Triangle. The Coast Guard is searching for a man, a mother, and her 2 children after their small plane disappeared off radar. Here's ABC's Gio Benitez.
In this morning's GMA First Look, mystery over the Bermuda Triangle. 40-year-old mother Jennifer Blumen and her 2 young sons, just 3 and 4, missing, along with their 52-year-old pilot and friend, Nathan Ulrich. Their small plane disappearing from radar Monday afternoon.
We're doing everything we can.
Blumen, the boys, and Ulrich were flying from Puerto Rico to Central Florida in a small plane just like this one, leaving Puerto Rico just after 11 a.m. Monday. But just 3 hours into that flight, at 24,000 feet, the plane vanishes right over the infamous Bermuda Triangle. Tuesday afternoon, the Coast Guard finding parts of the plane 15 miles east of Eleuthera in the Bahamas, but no sign of the 4 passengers.
The first thing that investigators will look at, was there a problem with the pressurization in the cabin? Did it lose pressurization?
And we'll have the latest on the search coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Gio Benitez, ABC News, New York.
Welcome back, everyone. It is 6:24, and we are looking at the area south of Dallas. There you see that cloud cover as the sun comes up this morning. The rain still moving into our area. Greg with the forecast coming up in just a little bit.
All right, you really got to pay attention to this next story. Parents, you know, kids love them. A lot of us parents don't really get it. Kind of find them annoying, but it's impossible to deny just how popular fidget spinners have become. They are invading households everywhere.
They're all over social media. Teachers, though, say they're a distraction, and now one Texas mom is calling them dangerous. She says her daughter choked on one, and Marcus Moore joins us now with a Facebook post that has a lot of people talking. Boy, it really does tell the story, that image alone, Marcus.
Yeah, you know, it really does. And I was actually at a school this week, Ron and Alexa, and a student had one in the classroom. And a quick shout out to Colleyville Heritage High School. Thanks for having me. But look at this X-ray picture. This is what doctors saw when a woman took her 10-year-old daughter to the hospital because she was choking. She had one of those fidget spinners, and the bearing, it actually came off of it, and was lodged in her throat. So this was a serious deal. I mean, it was so bad that the Heimlich didn't work. And let me show you how big this was. It's about the same size of a quarter. So very dangerous stuff here. That's the reason why this mother is speaking out, because she wants parents to be warned about this. She says that there should be more warnings about the possibility that your kids could choke. Here's a picture of the family there. Miss Jonick and her 10-year-old daughter. She actually took her first to an urgent care, and then doctors had to rush her in an ambulance to Texas Children's Hospital, and they actually performed surgery to remove that bearing from her throat. So the mom is saying that it too easily comes out of there, and it's a choking hazard, particularly for kids, she says, for under 8 years old. And she would like to see there be more warnings about the potential dangers of this. And I did a quick search, Ron and Alexa, online just for these devices, and they range in ages from 7 and up. And there was one advertisement that said it's for children as young as 3 and up. But no warning that I was able to find about the potential for any choking hazards.
Well, it sounds like that's about to all change, Marcus. And I have to say, we learned about the fidget spinners in my house last week, and the kids, I mean, they get addicted to them.
They're in a trance, right?
They are like in a trance, and they're marketed toward kids actually who have ADHD. So my kids came home explaining to me, Mommy, this is supposed to help, you know, all kids, whether you have ADHD or not, with stress and help you focus. And they actually wanted to give me theirs. When our new one comes from Amazon, so I can have some me time.
You're trading one problem for another, though. If
Right?
it really is a choking hazard, the warnings need to be consistent. They need to be clear, and of course, hopefully, stories like this will prevent this from happening to anyone else. It is 6:27. Getting your mind ready for a summer vacation. Thinking of focus now. Doesn't seem like it would be much of an issue, but there is packing, juggling the kids, and the swimsuit shopping. Sonia Azad has some tips to keep us sane coming up.
Also, the White House fighting back against claims President Trump wrongly shared classified information with Russians. The latest in a volatile week. That is just ahead. And speaking of a rough commute, take a look at our biggest trouble spot of the morning, northbound I-45 at I-30. We've got a closure, folks, but we've got ways around it coming up in 3 minutes.
Live from Victory Park, this is News 8 Now.
Right now on Daybreak, major problems for your morning drive. Wet roads causing accidents on our major highways, even a few closures. This is a live look at I-30 at I-45 in Dallas, and Lauren is tracking what you need to know to start your day, including lots of ways around that.
We're halfway through the week, if that's any consolation. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us here for News 8 Daybreak, 6:30 on the dot. I'm Ron Corning.
And I'm Alexa Economos. And yeah, it's a mess on the roads this morning. A lot of it caused by that rain that moved through overnight. In fact, it is the same system that caused major damage in Oklahoma. Take a look at this video. You can see just what our neighbors have to deal with this morning. Dozens of homes damaged there.
And let's take a live look right now at downtown Dallas. There it is, that slow zoom into the skyline of the city. Very overcast, the rain coming down intermittently, and it's beginning to move out of the area. Greg has your timeline now with the 3 things you need to know. Greg?
Yeah, the showers and storms are tapering off. You saw that view, and that's what it looks like there from Fair Park to 68 degrees. But yes, the rain is winding down across the area here this morning, so that's the good news. As we go back to radar, really not much left in Dallas and Tarrant County at all. Just a few isolated to spotty showers between Carrollton and Richardson and out toward Keller. Another little small shower moving through your area here right now. So we zoom out on radar, the bulk of the rain now, and isolated thunderstorms getting out toward Greenville, still up into Collin County around McKinney. That's going to be pushing quickly off to the north and east. So this is what we can expect through the morning. Rain tapering off from west to east here this morning, but we'll still have some sunny skies as we head into the afternoon. Going to be breezy, very warm, so still warm out there for us, even though the rain and thunderstorms do start to taper off today. Thunderstorms, though, back in the forecast tomorrow afternoon and evening. Some of these could be severe as well, and we'll keep the rain and thunderstorms hanging around through at least the early part of Sunday. But we'll detail all this for you coming up in just a few minutes. Now let's get back over to the traffic center with Lauren checking on those problems out there.
All right, Greg, keep in mind that the roads are still wet and slick. Allow yourself some extra time, causing some major issues this morning, and this is our biggest issue of the morning. Still closed westbound I-30 right before I-45 heading into downtown Dallas from Mesquite or Rockwall. This is due to a multi-18-wheeler crash with a fuel spill, so keep avoiding the area if you can. Your alternate route to avoid about a 45 to an hour delay is taking Highway 352, which is Cyene Road, continuing onto First Avenue and taking that to Elm Street. So seeing a lot of red on the traffic maps right now. Leave yourself some extra time, as I've been saying all morning long. Second big trouble spot of the morning, westbound 635 at Skillman Road in Garland. Still have an accident working that's causing stop traffic back to I-30. So use Buckner Boulevard, take that to Northwest Highway or Ardelia. And here's a look at the rest of the incidents we have working throughout just Dallas and Fort Worth. Lots of problems out there, so leave yourself extra time, as we've been saying all morning long. Ron and Alexa.
All right, Lauren, thank you very much. And today, Dallas will honor their fallen officers with a march and memorial service. This year, it will be especially emotional after the ambush nearly a year ago. Daybreak's Monica Hernandez is live this morning at DPD headquarters, and she takes a look at the plans this morning. Good morning to you, Monica.
Good morning, Ron. Well, you can see the setup has already begun here behind me. The street, Ackerd Street, right in front of City Hall, shut down for the march that will be taking place later this morning. And this wall is really at the center of it. It has the names of every officer who's died as a Dallas police officer in the line of duty, including this one, Patricio Zamaripa. He is one of 4 Dallas police officers killed in the line of duty in that July 7th ambush. And today, hundreds will gather to remember them. Well, those who knew them will never forget Michael Smith, Michael Kroll, Patricio Zamaripa, and Lauren Aarons. Plus, DART police officer Brent Thompson, all killed July 7th. For police, it drives home their brotherhood and the risks they take on every day. This during a week of events remembering fallen officers. Now, yesterday, law enforcement from across the state took part in a ceremony in Austin. Well, today's ceremony here in Dallas will include a choir, a 21-gun salute, and a flyover from the DPD helicopter. Now, it starts at noon and the march starts just 10 minutes before that. But if you would like to take part in that march, you are asked to get here at 11:30 this morning. Now, the families of the 4 fallen Dallas police officers from that July 7th ambush will not be here today. They are still in D.C. for events there. But of course, we will have full coverage starting at 11:30 today of this march and this memorial service for fallen Dallas police officers. We'll send it back to you in the studio, Ron and Alexa.
All right, Monica, thank you. And just a brief correction, I should say, Monica is at City Hall this morning. And in fact, they are closing some roads in that area for the ceremony. Ackerd Street between Young and Marilla will be closed. Also, Marilla between Young and Ackerd. You can see them highlighted here on the map. The procession will start at the corner of Griffin and Young, head on Young to the memorial. They'll only close Griffin if need be.
Time right now is coming up on 6:36. We want to get you updated on other big stories making headlines today. And we begin with a tragic accident in Forney. A Forney high school softball player was killed after a team dinner at a private home. That from inforney.com. The school district has confirmed the death for us today. Police say team members were loading up in a Jeep last night and 14-year-old Emily Galliano was accidentally run over. She later died at a Dallas hospital. We take a live look right now at Washington, D.C. this morning, where President Trump is waking up with more trouble over firing FBI Director James Comey. An anonymous source tells ABC News that before firing him, the president asked Comey to stop the investigation into former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. The administration says this isn't true. Flynn was forced to resign after the FBI found he misled the administration about his contact with Russian officials. Back now in North Texas, the Dallas firefighter paramedic shot while rescuing another shooting victim will face his 8th surgery today. William Ahn remains positive as he continues to recover, and his attitude motivates everyone involved. A substitute teacher in the HEB school district has been accused of inappropriate physical contact with a student. Police believe that it involves a 5-year-old and a man in his 60s. The teacher was immediately removed from Donna Park Elementary School, and the district is now working with the parents, police, and CPS. Overnight, New Orleans officials started taking down a 3rd Confederate monument. It comes as Louisiana state lawmakers pass a bill aimed at saving them. And when that proposal passed on Monday, every African-American member of the House left the floor in protest. As always, we're here to help you stay up to date even when you head out the door to start your day. Download the WFAA app to go beyond the headlines and get alerts on all the big stories.
I'm excited. I've never been to the Oscars before. This is my first time here, and the way you people go through a host is probably my last time here. So I'm going to enjoy.
Turns out that was not the case at all. Jimmy Kimmel did not bomb. He's been asked back to ABC, the network announcing that he will host next year's Oscar Awards. And that's not the only big announcement coming from the network. ABC also doing some major shuffling with its fall lineup. They're even doing a reboot.
Yes, a reboot that people are excited for. Other people have mixed feelings. Marcus Moore has a sneak peek of what you can look forward to watching Channel 8. Hey, Marcus.
Hey, Ron and Alexa, good morning to you. A lot of people excited about the new Roseanne show, but all morning we've been asking you at home to tell us what show would you like to see revived. Just a couple of responses we've gotten this morning from a few of you. Kiara here saying A Different World for sure, saying that never gets old. No, it does not. And Greg here says, I would like to see Coach and Home Improvement. And then here's one more for you, Jen. I remember watching The Love Boat at my granny's house growing up. I would love to see a revival of that. You are not alone. But the big talk this morning is Roseanne. That show expected to make its great return in 2018. First, it aired 1988 to 1997 on ABC. And as you know, it portrayed a working class family trying to make ends meet in Illinois. And get this, the original cast is expected to return, and that includes the eldest daughter, Becky, played by Lacey Goranson. And we don't know exactly when it will premiere, but we expect it to come back on the air mid-season. There's also a shuffle happening throughout the rest of the program. Shark Tank is going to be moving to Sundays. There's speculation that American Idol will be on Sunday as well. And of course, Thursday nights are still Shondaland. But I want to get to more of your responses here that we have from you on what you would like to see revived. Lauren here from our station says, someone please revive Martin and Living Single. That's right. Get to stepping. Isn't that what he used to say on the show there? And Lauren, one of our producers, says, bring back Lost. Yeah. And make the ending suck less. Yeah, that would be really nice.
Agreed.
You were not alone there. And one more for you, because these are really good. We thank you for helping us out with this. Let's see, Mrs. PB says, bring back Friends and less reality shows. Hey, that's a good idea.
Well, I will say that another network has come up with This Is Us, and it's really a great scripted, heartfelt story, and you wonder if more of that should be on the way from some of the other networks. Dynasty is getting a reboot on the CW, and my question is, if the original actors aren't available, is it really a revival? Like, what is that exactly, or are you just sort of adapting an idea?
It's sort of a loose revival. I think that in some cases you can bring back some of these shows, like The Love Boat.
Right.
You could bring it back. Actors. Doesn't have to be the original
Fantasy
cast.
Island.
Sure, why not,
boss? The plane. All right, let's get to the weather.
And I read earlier that A Different World might make a comeback, spinning off of Blackish as they follow the oldest girl off to college. So that we'll see if that happens.
And we said earlier, Fuller House bringing in a new generation like your daughter. So it can work, and keep that conversation going. All right, the other conversation we're having is about the weather, Greg.
Definitely going to be talking about that over the next few days. Now, this morning, the showers and thunderstorms starting to wind down across North Texas. That's the good news. No severe weather anticipated for us today. We do have the showers northeastern portions of Collin County, getting out toward Bonham and Greenville right now. Only some spotty activity left over in Dallas and Tarrant counties here this morning. Roads are still going to be wet for you, but we will see the showers and storms tapering off early today. Maybe a few showers around tomorrow morning, but things should be quiet overnight. And then we'll have the big thunderstorms firing up tomorrow afternoon. Look at that late in the day out to our south and west, and those will move right into Fort Worth and Dallas as we head into the evening hours tomorrow. That severe weather threat will increase once again, too, so we'll talk more about that for you coming up in a few minutes. Now over to Lauren, checking on track.
Okay, still have some major trouble spots working out there, and the biggest is going to affect drivers heading into downtown Dallas from the Mesquite or Rockwell area. Westbound I-30 still completely closed off right before I-45 due to this 18-wheeler accident involving 3 18-wheelers and a fuel spill. So that's going to cause some major delays. Make sure you're avoiding the area, leaving extra time, and using alternate routes. So the best alternate route you can use is by taking Highway 352 Cyene Road, continuing onto First Avenue, and then taking that to Elm Street, and then a second big trouble spot still working in Garland, westbound 635 at Skillman Road. That traffic still stopped back to I-30. Ron and Alexa.
All right, Lauren, thank you. Time right now is 6:42.
And look who's here. Sonia Azad joining us with your health check this morning.
Look who's here. I feel like it's like, you know,
it's a big entrance.
The clown has joined the circus. Here she is. Okay, today we are getting your mind right when it comes to shopping for swimsuits. Yeah, don't freak out yet. Tackling travel and also gearing up to have your kids at home all day, every day, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, I am up, getting you summer ready next in your health check.
And also for the next 2 weeks, it's all about golf in North Texas. Some of PGA's best are here, but do we put too much pressure on our favorites to win? Joe Trahan will explain just ahead.
And we want to say good morning, Benbrook, Pantego, Crum, and all of North Texas. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Use that hashtag #IamUp, and you're watching WFAA Daybreak. We'll be right back.
It's a sip of wine, it's summertime.
Welcome back. Time right now is 6:46. Our series, Getting You Summer Ready, continues today with a focus on your mind.
Well, I've lost mine. Can we put out a search for my mind? Health and wellness reporter Sonia Azad is here to help us out. Sonia, good morning.
Good morning, you guys. Okay, so we don't really think about needing to get our mind right or get mentally ready for summertime because everyone's generally so excited about it, right? But summer stress is a real thing, so we're getting you ready.
Whether you're hitting the road or taking to the skies, drama is the last thing you need to pack.
Someone help! This guy's crazy!
When it comes to tackling travel, experts say patience and planning are paramount.
Try to build in some flexibility in the schedule because things never work out exactly the way they're supposed to.
For parents worried about what to do with your kids all day, every day, there you go. Think of ways to offer them some sort of schedule. Organize a calendar for when to eat, learn, and play. And remember to limit electronics and screen time.
Having structure and having a rhythm to the day, I think for a lot of children is reassuring, but also have some downtime.
Finally, if you're dreading shopping for swimwear,
it can definitely be a little intimidating.
Stop stressing. Cover-ups are cool, one pieces wonderful, skirts are in, and here's a little pro tip, accessorize.
It takes less focus off of just right here.
Most important here, you've got to be comfortable with yourself inside and out.
A lot of us, we've been down to pick up our kids, or you want to jump onto a float and just feeling like your bathing suit has your back.
Your back and your front.
Yes. Your bathing suit needs to work for you.
Gotta work for you, ladies. All right, you are beautiful, by the way. That's my tip for you. Practice telling yourself that every day in the mirror. Here's the other thing. I talk to a lot of moms who say, look, I'm not planning any big trips. Don't feel bad, okay? You can offer your kids memorable experiences right here in North Texas. So we're putting together a list of great staycation ideas, and that's going to be on my Facebook page. Feel free to message me or email me. You can add to our list. We're all in this together. We're trying to help each other out here.
And maybe you're influenced by what you see on Facebook and social media, what other families are doing. Don't compete,
yeah,
right? We've said that before.
So. People try to keep up with the Joneses. It's not about giving your kids something huge and lavish.
Quality
it's about them giving them a memorable experience, something that they remember.
I think it's just about letting kids be kids, and that means you're just doing activities.
Regardless of the weather, today, Greg, they can just go splash around outside. They have our permission.
They love that.
Yes. What else are we going to see?
Yeah, put on the rain boots and splash in those puddles as you head off to school here this morning. We do have plenty of those around the puddles. Not much left as far as the rain and thunderstorms are concerned. Really starting to taper off. Only some spotty showers in and around the metro area now. You can see what it looks like on radar. The weakening trend will continue for us, and the rain probably coming to an end maybe before 9 o'clock. You see that big line of thunderstorms that was strong and severe out toward west, but it has weakened now. So we'll start to see some clearing skies from west to east as we go through this afternoon. The first system moves on away, and the second one settles in as we head into tomorrow afternoon and evening, and that's going to help keep the rain and thunderstorms in the picture right through most of the weekend. So for today, the showers and storms tapering off, maybe a few showers developing overnight tonight, heading into tomorrow morning. But then we'll start to see those thunderstorms firing up mid to late afternoon. Strong, severe thunderstorms fire off that dry line Thursday afternoon, and those move east right into Fort Worth and Dallas as we head into the early evening hours tomorrow. And some of these will likely be severe with damaging winds and hail. The main concerns with the severe weather threat for tomorrow. And that will continue through much of the evening before we get a lull, maybe overnight on Thursday. Still can see a few showers early on Friday and thunderstorms, but then more likely as we get into Friday afternoon, heading into Friday night. So there's that severe weather risk, slight one as we head into tomorrow for large hail and damaging winds. And then on Friday, not much changes. Still looking at that slight risk right over Fort Worth and Dallas for tomorrow. Again, hail and damaging winds going to be the main concerns with that severe weather threat through Friday. This morning, though, starting to see a few sun rays breaking through the cloud cover here this morning. The showers and storms tapering off, as you just saw. 68 in DeSoto along with Grand Prairie. 69 now out at DFW. Still some low 70s heading out toward Terrell and Canton. Those highs today will be on the warm side, upper 80s, close to 90 degrees, as we'll have partly sunny skies here this afternoon. And looking at that 7-day forecast through the weekend, the showers and thunderstorms on Saturday. Some rain could be heavy at times before it tapers off early Sunday, and then we do at least get to dry out some, it looks like, going into next week. All right, let's check traffic one more time. Here's Lauren.
All right, those wet roads have been causing some major traffic issues all day, and our biggest trouble spot of the morning still working on westbound I-30 heading into downtown Dallas from the Mesquite or Rockwall area. That's what's going to affect you. This is from an accident involving 3 different 18-wheelers and a fuel spill. Most likely won't be cleared for at least another couple of hours, so continue to avoid the area. Your best bet to get around this major backup right now is by taking Highway 352, Cyan Road, continuing on to First Avenue and taking that to Elm Street. Once again, that's major delays right there, and a new trouble spot working right now in the Euless and Arlington area. Northbound Highway 360 at Trinity Boulevard accident is causing over an hour-and-a-half delay. Ron and Alexa.
All right, Lauren, thank you. 6:51 now, and some of golf's best are here this week, including North Texas native Jordan Spieth.
And here's Joe Trahan with your sports in 60.
All eyes will be on local favorite Jordan Spieth, with the PGA Tour setting up shop here in North Texas for a couple of weeks. The bar has been set so high for him, though, it's nearly impossible for him to live up to expectations. Golf is not a game of perfect, the great sports psychologist Dr. Bob Rotella wrote. Failure happens much more often than not, and golfers have to deal with it. But from the outside, when we saw Jordan Spieth win 2 major titles in 2015 and come oh so close to 2 more, it was understandable that the hype train went barreling down the tracks. To be clear, Spieth is one of the best players in the game, and the hope he's created for American golf is a great thing. But expecting him to win every week just isn't fair. Not how golf works. Coming into this week, some would say he's struggling. But let's not forget he won by 4 shots at Pebble Beach just 3 months ago. So we need some perspective. With that being said, good luck, Jordan. Go get him. We'd like nothing more than to witness a Colonial and Nelson sweep. That's not asking too much, is it? I'm Joe Trahan. That's Sports in 60.
Time right now is 6:56. Continue to avoid westbound I-30 in Dallas because that is still closed from an 18-wheeler accident. You're looking at a live picture right now. This is going to be just before I-45. Once again, causing about 45-minute delays.
All right, Lauren, thank you. And we will continue to monitor the traffic, of course, and the weather during Good Morning America, which is coming up next.
You can always find us also on WFAA.com for news, traffic, and weather. Have a great Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow.